Hey friends, Frankie and Brad here in Casper's Kitchen where we cook music. Today Brad and I are going to chat a little bit about guitar players that predominantly play slide guitar as their main domain, if you will. Brad, kick us off with the Duane Allman.
Duane Allman concert you and I saw at
Guilford College.
early 70s. A phenomenal show, great show. My first introduction to the Allman Brothers and the slide guitar that Duane played throughout the whole show. He did all the slide work. Of course, Dickie Betts did all the straight playing. I had never seen a group where they had a slide player in every song, and it worked.
Yeah.
It actually worked.
And he went on, to play with Clapton?
Derick on Derick and the Dominoes, Layla.
And of course was killed.
You know, we saw him probably 3 months before he was killed.
Motorcycle wreck.
And the thing about it, I've never seen another slide player play as well as he did it.
He is, by many, considered to be one of the greatest, if not the greatest. And a lot of people really respect Duane Allman's style.
You know, I read a article about Duane Allman. There was a group called the Blues Magoos.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
We Ain't Got Nothing Yet.
Mm-hmm.
He actually had gotten an invite to play with that group, and before he had like 2 weeks to get ready, and they actually broke up before he actually joined them. Duane was a session guitar player that played on a lot of songs, but because he didn't get to play with that group, he and his brother started the Allman Brothers.
Yeah, he was definitely missed, and he was not really replaced. You know, when the Allman Brothers, when he died, they never brought in another slide.
Yeah, the Allman Brothers pretty much had a revolving door of different guitar players that played. Warren Haynes, I think, played for a while until he started Government Mule, and just Derek Trucks, who was not as good as Duane, but pretty daggone close.
Yes, yes. Johnny Winter, we have mentioned quite a bit in other videos.
Just a great guitar player,
certainly a slide player.
Probably the last great blues guy to be known in the music scene. I mean, he really came from the roots of Howlin' Wolf and all those greats. He actually played with a lot of those guys. Yeah. He also could play slide guitar. He had his own style that was more blues oriented than what Duane did, but Johnny was very, very good at what he did as well.
Somebody that is not thought of by many as a slide, but certainly needs to be mentioned is George Harrison.
George Harrison, yes.
Definitely a great slide player.
He didn't really come into his own until he went solo, My Sweet Lord, and from there on, he started mastering the craft of slide guitar and became a very, very good slide guitar player.
Yeah, that's true. Unfortunately, a lot of people have forgot how good George Harrison really was.
Yeah.
If you go back and you listen to the history of his music, from the Beatles to you know, to his last work, you're looking at some complicated stuff.
Yeah.
It's and a lot of people kind of overlook him. Time passes, and we tend to see the more shiny people coming along.
If you haven't heard, he actually re-recorded My Sweet Lord with his son Danny playing the rhythm. And George does more slide in this version than he did on the original version. And it's worth a listen. You need to check it out.
Definitely. Bonnie Raitt, somebody that I've seen so many times live back in the day, and she always delivered, and definitely a great slide player.
Yes.
Wow. And she uses slide more than most.
But she does. Actually, we talked in another video about Eric Clapton giving up his spot on the helicopter that Stevie Ray died on. He gave it up so that he could watch Bonnie Raitt set. He was another guitar player who respected her playing enough that he wanted to watch her.
She was somebody that, even before she was a household name, I remember seeing her in the early 70s in a lot of festival tours, and she was just an incredible performer, and wow, boy, she could cook with a slide.
Yes. Not many female guitar players could play the slide like her.
No, I ain't gonna be your sugar mama no more. Whoa. Jeff Beck.
Golly, Jeff Beck, that's, you know, his guitar playing changed so much over the years, from the Yardbirds to, a lot of people probably don't know it, but the Jeff Beck group, which had Rod Stewart, that's where he started. Ron Wood playing bass guitar for that group. And then moving up, where he did some couple of albums with Jan Hammer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And
right.
Supposedly, I saw a video of Eric Johnson saying that that's where Jeff liked Jan Hammer's playing synthesizer so much that he tried to duplicate it on guitar. And that's actually where Jeff's style came from, was him duplicating another player that he admired. I saw and there's a Crossroad video of Eric Clapton saying, I've watched Jeff play probably 50 times or more, and I still can't explain how he does what he does.
You know, it's been some time back, I was watching some old Jeff Beck videos, and he was doing finger tapping years before Eddie Van Halen. And I had never noticed it at the time, but it's just amazing the things that he did that other guitarists later went on to get more credit for doing.
Yeah, and Eddie got his finger tapping from Alan Holdsworth, a session guitar player who every guitar player that ever saw him said, hey, that's the guy.
Yeah, a lot of our viewers have commented on him as being somebody that they like a lot.
Yes.
Very technical.
But getting back to the slide part of what we're talking about,
yeah.
Jeff had his own unique style of slide guitar, and all the times that I saw Jeff play live, at some point he would break out that slide and play very good at what he did. He was just one of those guitar players that thought outside the box.
That's a fact. I think everybody will agree with you there. Eric Johnson, somebody that is not as well known for playing slide, but certainly...
Like Jeff, every now and then, Eric will break out that slide and do a great job. Even though he doesn't do it a lot, when he does, it's very effective.
Yeah, that's an understatement. Moving on to somebody that we both like a lot, Derick Truck. So you mentioned Derick earlier. Certainly one of the greatest slide players around today.
Yes, I agree. He may have taken the mantle from Duane. In a few years, we may say that he is as good as Duane Allman, but definitely somebody that really loved doing the slide and did it right. Derick is very, very good at playing slide guitar.
Yeah, that's for sure. Susan Tedeschi, his wife, you know, she's good as well, but that's not her main.
But them two together really work well. I mean, they've
Yeah.
got a unique sound. You know, it's a shame the Allman Brothers no longer tour. They're gone. But Derick, I think his roots were with the Allman Brothers. His dad played with the Allman Brothers, and he grew up in that element. And that's probably why he is such a good slide guitar player.
I was fortunate enough to see Susan Tedeschi quite a few times when I lived in Dallas before she married Trucks, and she was right up there with Bonnie Raitt with her slide skills. Maybe a little more modern touch than Bonnie Raitt, a little less bluesy, but certainly good. Anyone you want to add, Brad?
You know what? I think we pretty much covered the main group of slide players. If we've forgotten anybody, please let us know.
Yeah, definitely let us know your favorite picks. Comment on the ones we've mentioned. As always, give us a thumbs up. Subscribe to our site, please. And hey, we appreciate you watching. Thanks again, and you have a great day.